How is she today? What is her next move?
She's right. Well, her next move is appeal.
Amber Heard has revealed that she's now planning a third round in court. You heard it. Amber Heard, who very recently had a court verdict announced against her, has just announced that she's ready to go another round in court very soon. Whether this decision by Heard even bears a slight chance of success remains to be known. However, it is clear that Amber Heard is showing clear signs of taking it to court again. So where could things go from here? Is it truly over for Amber Heard? Let's find out in this video. After a jury awarded $50 million in damages to Depp and $2 million in damages to Heard, Elaine Breithoft, who represented the Aquaman star during the trial in Fairfax, told NBC's Today show that her client had strong grounds for an appeal. According to Virginia's statutory cap, Judge Penny Escarati decreased Depp's total to around $10.4 million. In a similar libel action against the Sun newspaper in London, Depp already lost, with a judge ruling in 2020 that the large majority of claimed attacks of Ms. Heard by Mr. Depp have been proven to the civil standard. Before we go ahead, let's have a look at what the fans are saying. If I were her, I would just let it go and move on. She did not present herself well, and any evidence that was shown truly supported Depp's statement that she was the abuser. I've been reading too many things online about this being a setback for women. It's only a setback to those who will distort the truth and outright lie. According to EW, the Aquaman actress intends to appeal the judgment in her ex-defamation husband's action against her. The ruling comes after a jury in Fairfax County, Virginia determined on Wednesday that she defamed Depp by writing an op-ed in the Washington Post in 2018 on her experiences as a domestic abuse survivor. Depp was given $10 million in compensatory damages and $5 million in punitive penalties in his claim, which is far less than the $50 million he sought. The punitive damages were lowered to the statutory limit of $350,000 in Virginia by Judge Penny Escarati. Despite this, Heard expressed her displeasure in a statement following the decision, calling it beyond words. "I am heartbroken that the mountain of evidence still was not enough to stand up to the disproportionate power, influence, and sway of my ex-husband," she said, adding, "I'm even more disappointed with what this verdict means for other women." The judgment was deemed by Heard a return to a period when a woman who stood out and spoke out could be publicly shamed and humiliated. It undermines the notion that women's violence should be treated seriously. She went on to state that she feels Depp's lawyers were successful in convincing the jury to overlook the essential issue of freedom of speech and reject evidence that was so compelling during Depp's libel trial against The Sun in 2020. Depp sued the source after a news report referred to him as a wife-beater, but a court determined that the piece was basically truthful and that the large majority of Mr. Depp's claimed attacks on Ms. Heard have been proven to the civil standard. Depp attempted, but failed to reverse the decision. "I'm sad I lost this case, but I'm sadder still that I seem to have lost a right I thought I had as an American to speak freely and openly," Heard concluded her statement Wednesday. After the verdict, Depp issued his own statement saying he was very honored by the outpouring of support. "From the very beginning, the goal of bringing this case was to reveal the truth, regardless of the outcome," he said. "Speaking the truth was something that I owe to my children and to all those who have remained steadfast in their support of me. I feel at peace knowing I have finally accomplished that." On the other hand, some users continue to defend Heard, albeit in the face of severe criticism by other fans. "It's a setback for our legal system. She did speak out against domestic abuse, and she did face backlash for it. That's a true statement. How in the world is it false? I mean, did she speak out truthfully? That wasn't in the statement." That will be all from this video, folks. What are your thoughts regarding Amber Heard's third possible trial? Do share them in the comments below.